Hello everyone, Matt Mitchell here. You can call me Mitch. Today, for Lesson 3, Week 4, we're going to do a how-to on automation in a DAW. Okay, so I have GarageBand open here, if you can see. Some tracks that I've recorded, a song that I've been working on. Okay, we're going to go back to the beginning here. And I'm going to show you how to do automation in GarageBand. Now remember, GarageBand and Logic are very closely related. They're both Apple products. They both work on Macintosh. You can think of GarageBand as Logic Lite. So a lot of these principles are going to transfer over to Logic, and also a lot of them are pretty generic in DAWs anyway. So a lot of the principles will transfer over to Pro Tools or any other DAW too. A lot of this information is very much the same. So in order to do automation in GarageBand, first we go over here, right there on the top of where all your track regions are, there's a little button called, of course, there, Show Hide Automation. Okay, click that, and now see what happened? All my automation that I've already done is already here already. So for the color code of this track, all these yellow automations are volume. So right now you can see right here, automated to 0 level before the song starts, and then right here when the regions kick in, bam, up to our level that it sits right in the mix. Okay, and there's a couple of fine-tuning things that I've done too. If we come down here to this vocal track, I want to show you some fine-tuning that I've done as well. Oh, the vocals don't start till later. Here we go. This first note was a little quiet, so I bumped up that first note. Okay, this note was a little too loud, so I bumped that down. Probably a good idea to go ahead and redo the vocals in situations like that, but since I did this automation, I did want to show it to you. You know, every time you draw one of these little nodes, you just click on the line to make a node, and then you can just drag it up and down. Okay. Now, all these yellows are volumes, but what I wanted to show you too was here on this keyboard track, I have this green line, okay? And green on this track is standing for panning. Okay, so panning left and right in the stereo mix. And the reason I did this is because right here, you see this automation? That's where our arrangement changes. Prior to this point in the song, there's never been vocals and keyboards playing at the same time. They're alternating. So in this intro, we have the keyboard part, okay? Look at where the keyboard part ends. I'm gonna fast forward to that real quick. Okay, vocals come in, right? So there was no need for me in the rest of the song to pan the keyboards away from the vocals. In fact, I wanted the keyboards in the middle because they were carrying the melody, and the vocals are carrying the melody. But here on the outro section of the song, as we've built and things get louder, now we have keyboards and vocals at the same time. Okay, so I wanted to get the keyboards away from those vocals, so I panned it over. Okay, I'm gonna actually clean that up so it's not panning, it's panning during that rest. Okay, but there we go. So now keyboards panned left, vocals in the center. It's a nice mix. Okay, one more thing I want to show you before we run out of time real quick is how to make a new automation, since I'm showing you ones that I've already done. So what you do is come over to the track. I'm going to put an automation on the compressor that I have on this bass track. Okay, so right here, if you get rid of the automation, you see that this little part right here where it says volume, that's your automation that goes away. So we've got this back now. Just click on it, and every parameter that's on this track is going to be here. All right. So I want the Dynamics Processor plugin, and then all the parameters for that are there. I'm going to choose compression threshold. Okay, and then go ahead and make a node, right? And just for example's sake, since we're running out of time, I'm going to just go ahead and crank the compression threshold right there at this point of the song. Okay, and that will automate that for me. Now let me undo those because they're not appropriate for the music of the song. Okay, but there you go. We're out of time, but there's some basics on the way you draw in these node line automations in a modern DAW, specifically GarageBand and Logic. Good day. Thanks a lot.